We ain't got nothing. No, we just talking today. You got to hear what I'm getting into. Let's kick this knowledge right now. Everybody keeps saying, she pushed. Why is Shedeur getting them first team reps? He should be getting them first team reps, dog. He's been, first and foremost, he's been the best quarterback in camp. Now look, Joe Flacco ain't had many opportunities. It was a whole day I saw he didn't throw the ball at all. Here's my theory on the situation. They already know who's starting in the number 2 is. They already know. Joe Flacco and Shedeur Sanders is already locked up. You're missing the boat, people. You're missing the boat. Your boy, Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, oh, they're fighting for the 3rd position. They're going to give them every opportunity to exhaust every nook and cranny for one of those guys to prove who's going to be the 3rd quarterback. If you don't want to put it on me, put it on Zach Jackson. I'll show his name because he stands on it. Y'all believe him more than you believe me. Maybe I'm too emotional sometimes. I ain't mad at it. Right is right, wrong is wrong. As long as I'm on the winning side of the equation, which I believe so to be true. Zach Jackson said, there is a 0 chance that he sees Dylan Gabriel as a starting quarterback in the NFL. 0. I didn't even put it at 0. I at least gave him 25%. Don't get mad at the messenger. Let me tell you this. Shedeur has already made throws in camp that none of them have made. Shedeur has already made types of connections with his teammates already. Go listen to Greg Newsom. Go listen to what they got to say about it. Right now, it's Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett trying to figure it out. Now, here's the disturbing part. If Kenny Pickett is a veteran, and no one is saying, man, Kenny Pickett is destroying it out there, wouldn't that be alarming? If you are a backup on the Philadelphia Eagles and you have a Super Bowl ring, and you're a former first-round pick who played for a good organization in the Pittsburgh Steelers, why would you not be 20 or 25 4 touchdowns against the ones? Mind you, all the ones ain't even out there. All them linebackers, they ain't even out there like that. Why would you not be 12 or 15, 3 touchdowns, no picks? The question I got is, why is there? See, it goes both ways. The pendulum swings both ways. If Shedeur ain't looking good because it's just the threes and he's doing whatever the case is with the threes, then does that not mean that because Kenny Pickett is with the ones, he's supposed to be balling too? Ain't that a boost? Don't you get a boost if you got Jerry Jeudy? Don't you get a boost if you got the starting O-line? Don't you get a little boost if you got Njoku? So why ain't you cooking? Actually, to be truthful, it's very clear to me. You notice I'm not even getting on Dylan Gabriel because he's a rookie, right? But they want to exhaust all things and say, okay, well, let me see what Dylan Gabriel talking about. Let me see what Dylan talking about. If Dylan Gabriel is even close to Pickett with the ones, it's a wrap. Kenny Pickett does not need to be on the squad. Y'all picking up what I'm putting out? Put it in the comment section. Don't listen. Here's another thing. When you in these videos, don't just sit here and pull up and say, G. Bush, you're a clown. You're a clown. No, I need to know why I'm a clown. Just pull your points out. That's how we do it. Y'all need to start testing these dudes. If you disagree, I ain't got no problem with no discourse. But at least give me some supporting details. So you don't just be going to ESPN and just listening at what people saying. Oh, I like him, I'm listening. I don't care if you like me. You ain't got to listen to me all the time. But it makes too much sense to me. Say I'm lying. If Dylan Gabriel If Flacco then got set to the side, go ahead and over here, Joe. Sit down. That's why it never made no sense to me. How you gonna say that Flacco? What? Flacco is the get out of jail free card. But listen, y'all don't understand how the politics be working. Yeah, and this is why when I be trying to tell y'all certain things, they be like, "Oh, here he goes into politics." Politics ain't got enough but to do with who you voted. Political nature is to figure out how we gonna move and how we supposed to kick it. Don't you think Flacco buys you at least 5 games with goodwill? Just because it's Flacco, just because he was here before, and just because he understands the playbook and Stefanski like him. He has built-in cachet. Kenny Pickett, on the other hand, we'll wait till we get to him last. Dillon Gabriel, to me, Dillon Gabriel was supposed to be we are out of the Shedeur Sanders sweepstakes. We are going to take Dillon Gabriel. We're going to say that may be our guy of the future, and we'll play it out. Maybe he gets in a few games or so. Maybe shows something. If so, great. If not, whatever, because we got picks for next year. Where everything got spooky was, and we know it. We know what it is. Somebody in that that front office, namely Mr. Haslam, said, nope. I got a stadium I need to fill up. We need some goodwill. Let me go ahead and take Shedeur over there. We'll get Shedeur off your plate. Guess what happened? Now you have Shedeur Sanders, right? So you can't, now you're like, dang. I can't just throw Shedeur over Dillon Gabriel like that. Dillon was first. They make us look stupid. Now you make it look like an extra reach. Because if we put Shedeur over Dillon Gabriel right now, you're going to say, well, why did you do that to start with? Why didn't you just draft him to start with? But then the question arises, well, we kind of had to do that because we tried to be cool and slick. We wanted to signify that we was not in for it. But guess what? The owner overruled us, and guess what? Now he's on the roster. But when you got him on the roster, you found out, oh, he a ball player. Oh, he throwing it like that? That's how he do it? He putting the ball, you know what? He had the nerve to be early today. Yeah, Coach, he been early every other day, too. You see how he answered that question? He didn't even talk about Colorado. He said nothing about Prime in 4 weeks since we drafted him. Okay. Note to self. So you're not cutting Shedeur Sanders at all. Matter of fact, nobody in your fan base would suggest that. And you're not going to cut Dillon Gabriel, because if you cut Dillon Gabriel, trade Dillon Gabriel, then what? Signifies that you guys aren't on the same page because you kind of took him early. So that leaves the odd man out. Kenny Pickett, who played in Pittsburgh, was a backup. He has 1 year on his deal. He doesn't have a track record of being a guy who's some mentor. He throws 15 picks to 14 interceptions, 15 touchdowns to 14 picks. He's not super efficient. Talk about Shedeur ain't no athlete. He's not crazy athletic. And on top of that, he has no more money on his deal. If he balls out this year, they had to give him a long-term deal and re-sign him. We know that's not going to happen. They got Flacco for that. So to me, I wouldn't worry about the reps so far because they're doing what they needed to do. Hey, Shedeur, get your reps behind closed doors. Media members can't ask no questions. We can't get all super excited and hyped up about it and say, if he don't win 7, 8, 9 games, because that's the next thing that's coming. If Shedeur Sanders was starting from the get-go, we'd be talking about today, how many games does he need to win in order for him to keep his job, because there's another quarterback, quote-unquote, Arch Manning, coming out in this next year draft. Let's keep it real. See, I done ruffled too many feathers. You were supposed to not say Arch Manning's name, but we know what you're going for. Let's just be honest here. Getting way too old. Let's be honest about what's going on. Be honest with we're getting a little older. Let's go ahead and call a spade a spade. That is what's happening. And that's why I wouldn't even be worried. He don't need to get no reps right now. To be truthful, I wouldn't even trip. If he was, like I said, I think Flacco gonna trip. But here's how the pecking order I see going. Flacco, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Kenny Pickett's the odd man out. What do you say? Put it in the comment section. Let me know.